Hello everybody and welcome back to Project Storm. I'm Storm and today we are going over what you all have been waiting for quite a while, ever since that UZ video. The engine is here. Now, first and foremost, before any of you click off, which I don't think you will, but I want to give full credit to Mr. X because he gave me this engine and he asked me to tune it up a little bit, see if I could figure something out, see if I could get some new ideas. And I just want to give full credit to Mr. X and Zeka as their partnership progresses. I will post Zeka's channel in the description or pin it in the comments section because he is the one who actually has a YouTube channel. He is an incredible builder and he is an incredible glitcher. You guys should definitely check him out. He is a strong fighter as well. And maybe, we just might fight him soon. So, let's stop lollygagging and get to the engine. Mr. X feels that this should be accepted into the glitch world, so here I am to present it to you all. This engine is a hybrid. It uses parts of Splitter and a different part, an augment, called the aiming servo. Yes, the great and beautiful aiming servo. Now, first of all, you guys need to realize that the aiming servo has two parts, and there are going to be two parts to this video. Speaking of which, the aiming servo has a base and a head. The base and the head are two separate weld groups. This is needed to be known for a lot of glitches ever, since weld groups are so impeccably important in this game. Weld groups are differentiations of how blocks will meld together. So you can find out which weld groups are which by trying to merge them with pistons or by trying to merge them with hinges. But a really good way to figure it out is just by seeing frame does not mix with wheels. Well, actually no, frame mixes with everything, but propulsion will not mix with mechanic, wheels will not mix with mechanic, stuff like that. Aerodynamic mixes with frame. It's a lot of things that you have to memorize, but overall, it's just a really cool way to understand glitches in this game. Now, I am also going to explain exactly what happens when Splitter is being used. And that is probably the coolest part of this video, so I would stay tuned because I think I finally figured it out entirely. Okay, set your splitter engine just like you would with hinges. And yes, this splitter is way better than with hinges and with servos. There are two different ways to make a splitter engine. There is the hinge way, which is my way, and there are the servo ways, which is also not my way. I don't like using the servos because I never really figured it out. But now that this is apparent, I had to figure it out or else I would fall behind. And we can't have that now, can we? 45 degrees, sure. This already is perfect. Okay, what we are going to be doing is splitting the head from the base. The head from the base, the head from the base. You know, if you think about it, that's the exact same thing you're doing with servos. That's the exact same thing you're doing with hinges. Anytime you see a block that has a head and a base, that is more use for the splitter engine. And right away, we have propulsion. It's not good propulsion, but it works. That's the propulsion, right? So now, enough of that. Now that you know how to build it, I'm going to show you one version that I actually have done that is really good so that I don't waste any more time. So, here you go. This is the same exact design, but these are actually a 100 angle, and I'll explain why in a second. Okay, let's actually go over exactly how splitter engine works. But this engine is the most, and I mean the most valuable. It is the most stable. It is the most reliable. It doesn't give any torque. It doesn't give any sort of instability that is uncalled for. It is so stable that if you build this in the perfect way and balance everything out, it will never fail you. Okay, I have mouse control on this creation, have some guns. I also have dynamite because it is a missile. There are going to be two sounds that you hear right now, and I'm going to remember to turn down the volume this time. Okay, activating the engine now. Okay, the two sounds that you just heard were a whoosh and a sort of buzzing noise. That is my favorite sound in this game. Kind of like how the UFO engine makes its own noise, this one does too. Hear it again. That is the sound you should hear whenever you are using this vehicle. If you hear that sound, you're doing it right. So, the two sounds, the whoosh is the activation of the tail fin. Now, the tail fin will do something interesting, the powered ones especially. It will glow whenever it comes in contact with extreme drag, okay? So, as you can see, it's glowing. It's glowing all right. Extreme, extreme, extreme drag. It's glowing so bright. Now, as you can see here, we're splitting the head from the base. And what does that head want to do? Return to its base, because it's separating weld groups, just barely enough. We can make this tension even higher. Now, the more you separate the head from the base, the more you separate weld groups, the stronger the reaction will be. All you have to figure out is how to direct that energy. And Splitter Engine does it quite well, in a linear fashion, by making an arrow, a vector, for this drag. Now, I'm going to explain to you exactly what's happening here. The extreme drag, as this head wants to return, but it's being constantly forced out by the servo, means that this is vibrating so fast that you can't really see it vibrating. I mean, you can, but it's vibrating, and I mean really fast. So fast to the point where we go 800 instantly, and with a little bit more torque, it can go 900, and it just becomes a powerhouse of an engine. As you can see right there, you saw that. Oop. So as you can see right here, if I turn, my back tail fins will start glowing brighter because of the extreme drag. So you can see that it happens even with regular static tail fins, because they're experiencing that drag. But with the back ones, they will always be glowing, and they should be always. That's how you know the engine is working. But also, a great way to know if the engine's working is if you are moving. And I think we're moving. Anyways, that is exactly how the splitter engine works. Every orientation, every figure. And I can't even name this engine because it's technically Zeka's and Mr. X's. Mr. X first, sorry. Because Mr. X is the one who gave it to me. I don't know how big of a part Zeka played. But Zeka is an incredible builder, an incredible glitcher, and an incredible fighter. And I will be posting his channel in the description and on a link in the pinned comment. And I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm glad I got to share this engine with you. Mr. X, thank you so much for letting me share your engine. And have a great rest of your day. Remember, we're all trailmakers, so keep on creating. Peace.